Hello, and welcome to Careers Beyond Motherhood Live. So I'm coming at you from my car today, and I want to talk to you about time management tips for busy working mums. So I'm on my lunch break, and I'm going to be sharing with you some tips that we got from the podcast this week. So this week I interviewed Laura Vanderkam, who is an author, and she is a mother of two, and she does a lot of work and talks about time management. And actually, no, she's a mother of four. And she does a lot of tips and talks on time management. Now, she shared with us, hi Dion, she shared with us some really amazing tips around our mindset when it comes to time management, and the way that we can be thinking about time management really impacts how we feel about our time. So she talks about the fact that sometimes we can be saying, you know, I'm always washing the dishes, or I'm always having to do this, or I'm always having to do that, and that can make us feel like we don't have a lot of time and that we're rushed and that we're busy. She suggested that we really think about whether or not the statements we are saying are true, because the reality is you're not always washing the dishes because you're doing other things. So you really need to think about actually what time am I spending, and what am I actually doing with my time. And one of the ways we can do that is by doing a time audit. So we can look at our week, and we can really think about what we've been doing with our time and break it down and track it. So once you track your time, you might realize that there's pockets of time that you've been wasting, or pockets of time where you are spending time doing stuff that isn't that important, you know, scrolling social media, or just doing things that aren't as important as the things that you really want to get to and the things that you really want to get done. I'm super hot in this car. And so it's important for you to know and recognize that, but you only do that when you take time and take stock and do that time audit. So she suggested that we do that. The other thing that was really great that I really want you to think about and take away was that she mentioned that when we are making memories and when we are engaging in memory making activities, we're more likely to remember our time and feel as though our time is well spent. So if we're just going through the motions and day to day we're doing the same things over and over again, it can feel like time is just rushing by, and that we are doing things, but we're not really in the moment, and we're not really remembering the things that we've done. Whereas if you have done something significant, so if you can pack in some adventures and some different things to do on your own and also with your family, then you're really going to remember that time. So you'll be able to say, oh, remember when we went to this place, or remember when we took the kids here. And when you're looking back at your month or your year, you'll have things that you're looking back and you're able to pinpoint as activities that you've done, and therefore you're going to feel like the time that you spent was well spent. And so that really impacted me and made me think about what memory making activities are we engaging in as a family. And so I want to encourage you to do that as well. So there's so many golden nuggets that came out of the episode, so go and have a listen. It's episode 34 of the podcast, so you can check it out at lightboxcoaching.com/episode 34, and you can hear all of Laura's amazing insights. And I'd love to hear what you think, so head over to the Facebook group. If you're not part of the Careers Beyond Motherhood community yet, then come over and join us so you can share your time management tips and also your thoughts on what Laura has shared in this week's episode. Alright, I'm hopping off now because I am sweating in this car, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Alright, bye.